Welcome back to Baldur's Gate 2, The Shadows of Arm, featuring the exploits of Boris the Bard and Captain. We are continuing through Soldan SLR, I'll set the full name,
Something you need
to fight our way through to find Irenicus. Let's continue.
Yes.
Alright, so we started there, going up there, going to go down here and sort of around there.
Oh yes.
Let's go up here.
You're a stranger.
Eek, more monsters, more monsters. No, really that's not monsters, it's strangers. Please sir, can you help us? From Mother and Father. They told us to wait inside. They went outside and we heard strange noises. They're dead. Mother and Father are dead. Sob sob. No, it's not you. You've seen them, haven't you, sir? It won't be me. Also, I haven't seen them, but that doesn't mean they're dead. Come, you should go to City Gate. It's safe now. They're dead, I knew it. They might not be. Come on, let's go. Thank you, sir. Okay.
Something you need.
And that's all that's up there. Just tell some kids to go to the City Gates. I'll have a brief look down here. I think I killed these just by chance last time. Nothing there. Let's go down here. Oh, there's a fight going on there already. Let's attack this troll. Archers use fire to kill them. Move out, the battle's far from over.
Yes.
I think that's fine for her. Not saving this time, probably because there's battles going on. I'm going to go that way, and all the way round there and there. Okay, so I can go down there.
You are no match for my
one of these things.
A skull breaker!
This weapon has no effect.
What is it now?
You need something?
Head in there, we can have mighty meteors.
Something you need. This weapon has no effect.
Be quick with it!
Organ can use one of these triple strikes.
This weapon has no effect.
Sharp weapons might not have an effect.
This weapon has no effect.
That's what it should.
A skull breaker! Fear me!
Okay, get lucky for experience for those. Now, I'm going to go upstairs.
Just as I
first.
thought. Something you need.
Right, let's examine this room.
Onward then.
Okay, well, hexagon.
You are lucky, I'm certainly.
Take that. Nothing there. Take that. Take that. Nothing there. Okay, and out of what she's found. Well, that's gonna go. I suppose I can learn that, even though I'm never going to use it. This is important, this here. First of all, just because, even though I can't use it and get experience. This is the Elven Tree Stone. Now we need to think about this because this helps a bit later. So all life began, Rilifane grew from Coryllan. Then the branches, water flowed, granting the Tree of Life, Soldanessa owes all to the tree. Alright, we'll see how well I remember that. It's in the bag if I can't.
Yes.
Let's leave.
To the task at hand. As you
Now we need to go downstairs.
Of course.
Okay, there's a strange thing over there. There's nothing here except something over there.
Fear
A
not,
table.
I can do that.
Scroll. Another table. Another scroll. That can be stored. That can be given to you. Edwin can learn that. That is meteor swarm. Let's write it. Okay, and that can go in up there. That's full. Can go in there. Okay, now let's examine this table over here.
Something you need?
There are these dead elves.
I wouldn't dream of refusing. Yes?
The odd distinct elven container is locked and no amount of pressure will force it open. The lid holds 5 pressure plates, each adorned with symbols common to Soldanessa. Rilifane, the Tree of Life, the Rune of Soldanessa, Corridon, Lalithia, the Father of Elven Pantheon, and the Elven Symbol for Water. Cryptic text beneath the runes. And reference to the Priest's Stone, which is what we've got. The rune includes the puzzle house. Above the runes, an inscription reads, "The natural order shall prevail." Obviously, the runes on the box must be pressed in a certain order to access their contents. The edges of the box seem corroded, as if by acid. What rune will you press? Corellian first, I think, isn't it? The plate moves into the lid stage. What will you press next? Rilifane rune. The plate moves into the lid stage. What will you press next? Is it water next? Yep, the plate moves, the lid stays. What should you press next? The Tree of Life. It works. There's only one rune left, which you press. Representing Soldanessa. You press it and the book opens. Within you find the Talisman of Rilifane. We did that. Excellent. If you memorise that, I don't think you even need to get the stone from the room above. But I did. Okay, let's wait for that to display. Alright, that's an important item for later. I suppose. Just see if it's got any special skills. No. It can be worn, but we don't need to. Stick it there for now.
Something you need?
Okay, let's leave. Making progress.
Yes?
Right, now we're going to go sort of here and around that way, so bottom.
Whatever I can do to help.
Oh yes, we got overwhelmed. Alright, we'll attack what's overwhelmed.
Something you need?
Skeletons. Weapon unusable. Oh, that was his mighty meteors.
Yes.
Okay.
Go bother someone else. Load of glory!
I won't let
Now
my
you
friends be
do.
hurt.
What time we got to be
Nothing but die. Cry for your lives. They are over.
Yes?
You go back to your sling.
Something you need?
Excellent, gain some experience. Someone's
Of
leveled.
course.
That's the best you can manage?
Yeah, no one really needs that. Corbin can keep it loose. Put it on the bag. Okay.
Yes?
See if they say anything.
I wouldn't dream of
Nah,
refusing.
just walk off. Right, just pleased with help. Let's continue it this way. Oh, it's a demon type thing.
Fall, creature, and feed the earth!
Is a dead surfacer.
At last, our duty grows tedious. Let's get down to killing you. I suppose I should be fishing around. What's you there? All citizens will stay indoors at the threat of death. The High Priestess is being punished for her part in our master's curse. You shall be slain for even thinking of approaching our house.
Something you need?
I think he's been charmed. Possibly. In case he has. I'll try. it's cast time stop. That's annoying. Just have to wait for him to do what he wants to do. Meteor swarm. That means you run away. 7 seconds. Let's get out.
Oh, yes.
Got fire vulnerability in there. Oh dear. Some of this happened. Get over here.
I'm busy, okay? I'm busy.
Right, potions.
Nature's servants await.
Everyone get back.
Just as I
I wait for you.
You drink, you drink, you drink. Oh, you've levelled. You drink. I'll do the levelling after the spell.
Something you need.
Right, okay, let's go in.
onward then.
Attack. It's actually fighting him. Maybe
Have you nothing else to do but bother me?
Edwin can use one of these. Have you got his whole brought in?
Die quickly, fool.
There we go.
I'll help however I can.
Something you need.
Pick up what is there. Oh, you've leveled. Anything down here? Oh, let's go up here. Right. Oh, this is the priestess. Okay, we need to try and kill these, but not with area of effect things. So,
Mm-hmm.
you guys attack.
What can I do?
You can... Let's see now. Oh, I know. Edwin can use his swords, that's for sure. You can try this. I don't know if they are demons. Try bolts of glory. And Edwin
Yes, master. What should I fetch now?
can summon swords. Morkaden's swords. I'm going to read it properly. Mordenkainen's sword. Cast away.
need.
Die quickly, fool. If you have servants of exile, then aid me against these creatures, I beg of you.
Shout.
No regrets. Yes.
Swords are in there. Just because we can. Jahir can heal her. She's not badly damaged anyway.
I'll hurt you if I have to.
A Stonebreaker!
Something you need.
Sort of
As you would.
damage. Hope it doesn't affect her too much. Oh dear.
Yes.
Let's get over there.
I am ready.
Cast heal until the acid thing wears off.
Vita, more concentration is undone. My spell has failed.
This is a lot more exciting than any circus.
Heal. What about heal?
Vita, more.
I lost my spell. Sorry.
I'll pick up that, that's for sure. That is... Who's got it? It's a girdle. Identify. Stone giant strength, fantastic. Strength 20 for someone. I think that's good for Jahira. She needs to carry heavy stuff. This... That protects against missile and piercing. That protects against blunt attacks. it to Edwin, why not? He's in need of a bolt. I'm going to keep her alive. Summon a nymph.
Of course.
You trying to heal her?
It is about time.
I know, how about the gloves of healing? That's that, I think. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, I lost my spell. Sorry.
Oh, we don't want her to die.
Something you need?
Otherwise I have to do this little battle again.
I wouldn't dream of refusing.
Speak your mind.
Manus potentis paro. Vita mortis cario.
Just a nymph there. Can't see them.
Yes.
What's something?
Nature's servant awaits.
Try and summon another one.
You need something?
Try and heal over there again. That's worn off, that's good. That's better. Right, everyone get over here.
Whatever I can do to help.
Nymph. Stand in the middle. Nymph heal. Okay. Ah, the nymph can't do it on her because she's sanctuarized. Okay, do it on her. Okay, Airy do that.
Yes.
Okay, abilities. Elemental summoning. Yeah, we'll have elemental summoning, why not? Oh, she's got 2 elemental summoning, then we'll have, and Oil of Flaming Death. Sounds good to me. Is anyone else leveled? No.
Something you need?
Okay, let's talk to this lady.
Of course.
Thank you for your assistance, strangers.
Forgive me if I also reward your effort with questions. How do you come to be here? Our city is not usually found by outsiders, doubly so with the exile employing his magics to hide us. It is beyond fortuitous if you stumbled in here unknowing. I seek the exile, Irenicus. It is our folly to think his terror would be isolated. I apologise if it's pained you. For we are partially to blame for each act of evil he survives to commit. We will seek to make reparations when the matter is done, but the exile is firmly in control at the moment. We are at his mercy. Yeah, Alan was particularly vexing, demanding our help while refusing information. I'm not so concerned with the shame of our people over our relics in Bodhi. What good is our silence if the city's crashed because we would not seek help? You are not an elf. It must be difficult to fathom why we are so hesitant to speak of this. Hopefully you will come to understand. The exiles were not always as you know them. They once had names that I would have been proud to speak, and were worthy as any others of praise. Then why are they falling from this lofty perch? I see no worth in them now. Yeah, so certainly you're entitled to your misgivings. You would not be here if you were not driven by powerful emotions, and the exile is good at provoking new action. He's provoking one from me, alright. I'll deliver it nice and personal on the edge of a blade. He has garnered the strongest of reactions from us, his own people, for he wronged us greater than any other. He is a criminal that knows no bounds. Yes, he was elven as we, but is no longer. Queen Elysim cast him out, for he has proven that he was not elven at heart. That must have been some crime. What did he do? She and he were well known in the elven court of Soldaneslar. He, at least, was a great asset for our kind and kin. He was the greatest of our mages, as skilled as any of elven blood could be without divine assistance. He even had the favour of the queen. It was not enough. And then the closest... This is the closest I've come to understand it for, a cause I can respect. Of the two, the sister was the insatiable one. She was not as regarded, but she held great influence over her brother and pulled him into her madness. Oh, how lovely. It's nice to see those butchers keep so close. Together, they sought more than was possible. They wished the power of the gods, and they were not concerned about the consequences. He of the exiles performed a dark ritual and committed a grave offence against the greatest symbol of our longevity, the Tree of Life. He sought to merge his essence with the divine tree, draining it and stealing its energy. He failed, but there was a price to pay for the rest of us. He disrupted the elven connection to land and nature. There was a great shock that ran through Soldanessa, and many of our weakest citizens lay near death. That he would endanger so many for his and his sister's selfish cause was one thing, but to threaten the very nature of what makes us who we are was unfathomable. And why was it not killed outright? It would have saved a lot of trouble. It fell to Elysim to judge the crime, and she was harsh. Having forsaken everything elven, they would be outcasts, so they may learn how precious our ways are. Well, you did not kill him, that much is certain. What waste of time did you impose? Of spiritually high regard, Elysim petitioned the gods, and a divine curse was placed upon the exiles. All their connections to the elven spirit were severed. Elysim thought it was a punishment worse than death, a life no longer than a human's, and their elven spirits banished from the paradise all elven kind are entitled to. The sister exposed herself to vampirism to try and counteract the divine curse, but the gods are not routed so easily. The brother did not risk the same. A better man would have learned to appreciate what he had lost, perhaps by learning humility and seeking to make amends. He did not prove to be a better man. I should say not. I have experienced the hatred that drives Irenicus. I'll say, you cut Irenicus and Bodhi loose, and instead of reforming, they plotted revenge. Typical. We had hoped it would turn out better. The exile has found a way to restore himself, has made pacts with our most despised enemies, and has resumed his original plot. This is where I come in. He stole my divine soul through some sort of ritual. I have no way of accurately measuring the cost of our decisions on you. Reparations will be made if there is anyone left here to make them. I am still in shock that this happened. So much of Soldanessa's defences were away, battling the drow and their incursions at the temple. We were left weak. One group of exiles helping another, both so full of their petty hatred and jealousy that they would stop at nothing to strike at our hearts. The exile brought the city's magical constructs and demons, and a black dragon which landed in the northwest. Nudge, nudge, hint, hint. I have been trying to fight, but there are too many. Alan spoke of Elysim and how she might be able to help. The exile has seeded the streets with his minions and taken Elysim into the palace. I've made an attempt to enter, but it is sealed tight. Whether you search for the Queen or seek the exile for reasons of your own, you'll have to get into the palace and also deal with the monsters in the streets. And I believe there is a way to do both at the same time, but it will not be easy. No, we have seen to it that it will not be easy. Of course we'll help. I can feel the Tree of Life calling out in pain, and the pain of the elves is its pain as well. We must do what we can, Boris. Bah, we've no time to run around your city concerning ourselves with your moronic people. Let them save themselves. We are here for the wizard. I obviously do not have the strength myself to complete the task. I think perhaps you do. I shall tell you what is to be done. Will you do it? Fine. Tell me what needs to be done. The temple is dedicated to Rilifane. He can summon the spirit defenders of the forest protectors and has the power to break the seal on the palace. But But the Leaf Lord must be awakened. He is ever to summoned in order for the spirits to come. The exiles' creatures have desecrated the temple and stolen the artifacts I need. The artifacts are lost in the city, held by the exiles' minions, perhaps even the Black Dragon in the northwest. There are 3: a talisman of Rilifane, which we have, a cup, and a moonblade. Go into the temple, which will most likely be guarded, and place the items on the statue in the centre. We've been in the temple and wiped out the enemies there. We saw the statue in the centre. This will summon the avatars to our defence. Said better be worth the trouble. I believe so, stranger. I cannot be sure. But only Rilifane has the power. Go quickly. The longer we wait, the more elves will suffer. Quickly! Alright.
Yes?
Fair enough. Anything else to say?
This is a dark time for us all, but there is hope.
Do I have all the artifacts? Let me see. No, not yet.
This is a dark time for us all, but there is hope.
Is there no help you can offer? I have nothing left to offer. My spells are drained, and the holy items I had were in the temple. If the people are to be aided, it must be you who does it. Okay, go quickly.
This is a dark time for us all, but there is hope.
Alright, I'm going. Okay. Well, that's what we need to do.
Something you
We've got
need.
1 out of 3 items to summon this Leaf Lord. But for now, I'll say like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, toodle pip.